The stage is set, the stakes are high. Welcome to another epic episode of Nedbank Pitch and Polish with me, Boya Arnold. Let's get started. Last week, we wrapped up the Red Group pitches, and what a week it was. We said goodbye to two promising entrepreneurs, but two others, Blessing and Prudence, earned themselves a golden ticket to round two. Tonight, the spotlight shifts to the Green Group, and two new contestants will be taking their shot at the first prize worth a whopping 1 million rand. And let me tell you, I'm expecting serious fireworks because if you've been paying attention, you'll know that this year's judges, Alon, Monique, and Florence, have been on fire. They're not holding back with those follow-up questions, and honestly, some of them have been pretty brutal. Before we jump into tonight's pitches, though, a big shout out to our sponsors. None of this would be possible without the amazing support of Nedbank, who've been making dreams come true for entrepreneurs in this competition for an impressive 11 years. And of course, a special thank you to the Business Exchange for hosting our contestants for their learning and guiding sessions. All right, let's get to the part you're all here for, the pitches. You'll want to keep your ears open because later tonight, I'll be asking you a question about the pitches and the judges' feedback and giving away a 5,000 Rand Avo Super Shop voucher to one of you. Making her way into the pitching arena right now is Cate Oliphant, who has made her way here from Limpopo, and she'll be pitching her business, Akani Paints. Let's see what she brings to the pitching arena.
Hello, Cate.
Hi.
Hi, how are you feeling?
A little bit anxious, but I'm fine, thank you.
You're fine. Just a bit nervous. Yeah, Monique makes me nervous too. I know that about her. But at least you got a nice judge, yeah. At least two nice judges. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pitch and polish.
Hi, judges. My name is Cate Oliphant, the founder and CEO of Akani Paints. Akani Paints is a paint manufacturing business. It's based in Limpopo. Currently, we have two branches, one in Zanin, the other one is in Thohoyandou. We currently have about 10 permanent staff members, and we also host 10 chemical interns, which are chemical graduates. Akani Paints, we do eco-friendly products. We also have these products which are running out of our shelves, which are our fiber paints and our rubberized paints. What is unique about Akani Paints? Akani Paints, we are ISO 9001 certified. We currently submitted our samples to SABS for product testing, and we are also QCTO accredited, to which we qualify to train the chemical manufacturing so that they can be certified. Currently, our turnover stands at about 3 million rand. And what I can say, why we need this amount, we really need this 650,000 to scale up our product, in fact, to scale up our business. We're in the process of opening the third branch in Akonhoek in Mpumalanga. We also need this money for our laboratory equipment because with these interns, they also need to gain more into product testing. And we've just been given around 1.5 through chemical CETA. Thank you.
Brilliant timing there. All right, let's start with you, Monique.
Thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
The funding that you've just received, I see you got a grant before this, and then now you've got another one through chemical CETA.
Yes.
What will you be using those funds for?
Specifically for this is for the stipends for these interns. So we'll be able to give them the learnership because of I think we've got a challenge. Okay, let me say like your houses when you go for the hardwares, you see people having the placards, looking for employment. So I think it's time we give them the the accredited qualification. We train them how to paint, qualified painters. So because of most of them, they're not qualified. So another thing is more about giving back to our community. We've got a lot of unemployed, and also in paint, it's not only about paint. We've got the nail polishes, which is paint, and we also do other chemical products as well, the cleaning materials, detergents as well. So these stipends or this grant is mainly to teach them so that they can be self-sustained after the program.
Thank you.
Welcome, Cate.
Thank you.
So the paint sector is highly populated.
Absolutely.
And you've got huge competition there.
Absolutely.
So 2 questions. One, if I wanted to buy a can of Akani paint, would I have to go to Thoyando to buy one? Or do you market it through the various retail outlets? And 2, why would I choose Akani versus another brand?
Absolutely. Okay. The first one. Currently, because of most of our distribution is based in Limpopo, we've got our local hardwares, and yeah, that's where we distribute. And we also, because of mainly our target market or our current customers, our homeowners, is also our building contractors and our corporates. Yeah. So I would say we are in the process of my website, if you can, to be on e-commerce. So it's something that we're working on it. Probably in 3-4 months' time, we will be online through the e-commerce. But even if we had the opportunity to be with the Take-A-Lot, so we had to weigh the options. So capacity, it was another issue. That side, we don't have the macros of this world where, the mass market have also approached them. It was the issue of the capacity as well. Yeah. And this other one, the second question of, if you see the other well-known brand and here is Akani, why choose Akani paints? Now I think most of the houses, you can see they're peeling, they're cracking, and we need solution into it. So we've just did the innovation of fiber paint and the rubberized one, which are moving faster. We've just started implementing it, in fact, early this year. So we've realized, especially in Thoyando, it's more into tropical area. Most of the houses, they peel quickly. So we had to come up with a product that would be more sustainable.
Any other questions, Flo?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
When you talk about branches, are these retail branches that you own? When you talk about the 2 branches and then you're moving to the 3rd?
Yes. The main, okay, my factory is in Zanini, so we've got a shop there. So in Thoyando is also another distributing shop, but the whole manufacturing is happening in Zanini. So the 3rd branch, it will be more into a distribution shop as well.
So you are doing the manufacturing?
I'm doing the manufacturing, yes.
And when you choose your next, you spoke about a 3rd branch now. How do you choose where to go?
It's more about the customer demand. I was getting more customers from that area in Akonhoek. So I would see that, now the customers are starting to order someone. It was more into referral. So I had to go there physically and do my due diligence and do some little bit of feasibility. Rural areas, there's a lot of development that is coming in. And, I think another thing, it was more into variety. Most of these let me say, the retail shops, the hardwares, they get the colors that are just standard. So with Akani paints, because of you can personalize your colors, come up with a tinting machine, which currently in those areas, they do not have.
Just 2 quick questions, if you can answer more concisely. What controls do you have in order to ensure that your paint isn't being stolen or diluted or whatever in your branches?
Systems, I'm busy with Omni systems. In fact, I've just implemented the systems. Before then, the theft, honestly. So yeah, I had no choice but to implement the systems. It doesn't come cheap, and it's something that it's a process that It's going to take some time, but I've got systems in place. And as I've said, I'm ISO 9001 certified. These are some of the things that when they come for auditing, they look at.
And last quick question, even more concise. How do you compare price-wise to the known brands out there?
I'm very competitive. And if I can go back a little bit, as I've said.
No, that was more concise.
Okay.
You're very competitive was the right
Very
answer.
competitive, yes.
Okay, Cate, thanks for your pitch. You may leave.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Flo, thoughts?
I think her pitch was good. She struggled to answer the questions directly. She went on a very long route to answer the questions. She does know what she's doing. And I think she's in an incredible area in terms of Thoyando and Tsenin. There's a huge market there. And she could probably do extremely well there. So I just think her ability to give us what the answers that we wanted, I think we struggled to get that information out of her.
Yeah, great business. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. And I think there's definitely scope to grow, especially in the rural areas. I can see it. I can see the take-up as well. There'll be easier take-up in those areas. I worry about what this competition would do for her. If she's already got the ISO, she's got CETA, she's now got chemical CETA. That's a lot of investment that comes with mentorship as well as sort of monetary investment into the business. What would the step change be if she had to progress through Pitch and Polish?
Can I maybe just answer that? Because I think you asked that question. It was a very good one. I think the monies that she's got is more to provide the stipends for the chemical graduates. It doesn't look like she necessarily got funding that is invested directly into the business and upskilling, investment into the products. I'm not too sure.
She had two.
She had two. She had a grant with CETA, I think, for 1 million.
Okay.
Yeah. So
over and above this.
Over and above that, there was another grant of R1 million. Yeah. So my assumption as well is when the question around controls, when she responded, sure, there was theft, was that the business was not running at a profit, and so, but that's an assumption. We can look back at the numbers which she submitted and check that. Yeah, I liked also the fact that there was innovation. Yeah, there's innovation in her plans and she had it. I know we didn't give the chance to show us, but she had it there, and I believe her. I like that she's thinking about differentiation. Yeah, so let's
she understands her audience and her target market.
Yeah, and also the fact that, as she said, it peels quickly there because it's very hot and
humid.
Yeah, and humid there. Yeah.
She also just needs to use her capacity, because she said that she's not expanding due to the capacity constraints. Now with the interns that she's got, she needs to really leverage that as opposed to just using it as a training ground,
For them to tick the box for their qualification.
For their qualifications, She should use it as an opportunity to expand.
Yeah. So let's get scoring.
Cate, give me your hands. I am so proud of you. Okay, you were the first person of the green group. How did it go?
It went well.
Yeah.
At first, I was a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But moving forward, it goes. I just flew.
Listen, so Judge Alon says your timing was perfect.
Absolutely.
That's spot on. I was like, oh, she did that. How do you feel about that?
I'm so happy, and I just want to say thank you to my guide,
Oh.
and she really assisted me in polishing this, presentation. My pitch, it was on spot.
So your guide guided you, and I hope there is another round coming in your favor.
It's my wish.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
That was a powerful pitch. Olon liked that her product showed innovation, although the judges did raise concerns about the existing competition in the market. Has she done enough to make it into round 2? Time will tell. Now on to our second pitch for the night. Representing Gauteng is Tebogo of Assetshare. Over to you, Tebs.
Hi, Tebogo.
Hi, how are you?
Good and you.
Good, good.
How are you feeling?
A bit nervous, but that means, yeah, the opportunity is worth it.
Okay. Tell me about those shoes. What do they say?
Oh,
Desist?
never desist, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never desist.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Keep on going. Keep on going, yeah. I'm always in situations that always test me. So,
Okay.
yeah, just gotta keep on going.
Well, we're going to test you right now.
I
Are
trust
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pitch and polish.
Hi, my name is Tebogo, the CEO and founder of Assetshare. Construction machines in South Africa have an average utilization rate of 30 to 40%. That means a majority of our machines are always lying idle on sites while contractors need to rent machines for their projects. This wastes time, this wastes money, and unfortunately this is a view of what South Africa is like today. So at Assetshare, we want to solve this problem. At Assetshare, we connect machine owners with contractors that need machinery. Assetshare has built an AI-based platform that accelerates and simplifies the entire rental process. We offer instant quotations, access to a wide range of vetted machine owners, and payments through our escrow system. Our Asset Match AI even gives you the right machine for each job. Since launching in November, we've onboarded over 20 machines onto our platform. From the 20 machines, one machine has already signed a purchase order worth 500,000 Rand for the supply and delivery of machines. This is a big market that we're dealing with. This is a 60 billion Rand market in Southern Africa alone, with the global potential of 1 trillion Rand. The team behind Assetshare is amazing. We have personnel with expertise in tech, construction, and finance. We have expertise and individuals that have built digital platforms before. With the 650,000 Rand, we're hoping to improve on our onboarding processes.
Can finish your sentence?
We're hoping to improve on our onboarding processes, invest in our sales and marketing, and also invest in service to store the data that we use to train our AI.
Wonderful. Thanks, Tebogo. Let's start with you, Flo.
When I saw what it is that Assetshare did, I've heard of it being done in the States. I hadn't heard of it being done here. So do you have other competitors in the industry who are doing the similar thing for the construction industry?
We do have competitors, just not direct competitors. So we do take portions of people's ideas, such as basic listing sites that exist or traditional rental companies that exist. But we go a step further. We don't just put machines in front of your face. We try and build up these small machine owners, give them the technology to compete with the bigger companies, and take up more space in an industry which doesn't support smaller companies.
How do you do that? How do you provide them support?
As soon as machine owners join our platform, we don't just list your machines on our platform. We give you data such as the revenue that you create. We give you data as where machines are rented out in South Africa. We help you record revenue, which machines are most, which machines to use where in South Africa. Okay. So we provide with data more than anything.
Other questions?
Maybe just to follow up. So you say that you have, as your team and you as the CEO, have developed the AI, the software, etc. yourselves?
Yes. So we try to go as far as possible without bringing in any venture capitalist funding or any dilutive funding. So we've built the platform, we've put in our existing clientele onto the platform. We've tried to utilize all our skills to build the platform as far as possible. Developing an app with money is almost like pouring money into a black hole. You never know when it's going to end. So having developers on the team just kind of helps us push it and maintain the platform for as long as possible.
I like that, the way you've said that. It is that everybody wants to go into platforms these days, but it's an endless hole unless you understand exactly where you're heading with it. Just tell me a little bit more about your client base. So you've told me about the stock, the assets that you're getting in, but your actual client base, how many clients do you have and what is your pricing model with it?
So in terms of clients, we have two types of clients. We have machine owners. We have about 5, 6 machine owners that have listed their machines on our platform. Then we have contractors that are constantly requesting for quotations at this point for the machines that they need. So the one barrier is that we haven't always had machines where these contractors are based, which is why we're trying to prioritize loading the platform with machines. Then may you please ask the second question again?
And then on the other side of your model, how many clients do you have? How many contractors do you have that are currently accessing?
So in
those
terms
machines?
of contractors, I don't have the exact numbers yet. The
But
only thing
you said you had one, right?
yeah, so I was about to say, the only thing I do know is that we have one contractor that has actually dealt with the website and has decided to deal with Assetshare and rent machines through Assetshare.
Okay, and then what's your pricing model like? So is it a subscription base? How does it work?
So now, because we're still building the platform and we're still trying to gather trust, we're not charging a subscription platform, subscription pricing. So we give most of our services for free when you come into the platform. Where we do charge, when we do connect a machine owner with a successful transaction, we take 10% of that transaction.
Who
Okay.
sets the price though?
So
Machine owner.
machine owners have daily rentals which cover their own overheads on their side. So they put the hourly rentals onto our platform, then a 10% charge is added onto that rental fee. So we're hoping that the market kind of creates an equilibrium and that prices start becoming at a certain range, which will make the whole system affordable down the line.
Okay. I know there's smaller, well, I don't know, they're not small anymore, but I know that there are other asset hiring companies that actually own their assets.
Yeah.
How would you compete in that market?
So we don't look at those type of companies as our competitors, but more as people that we can partner with in the future. Like I said, they have pieces of machinery. They're often limited by capital on how much machinery they can put on our platform. We're not limited by any of that. As long as we can access machine owners that have machines that need to be rented out, we can onboard them onto our platform and increase our database of machines.
Okay, thank you.
Tebogo, you mentioned the use of AI. Today, everyone uses AI as part of a pitch. I mean, even this is AI supported here. You know, Alon Investor AI. You know, we're also AI. So, what part of your platform is AI? How are you using AI?
So we have a feature called Asset Match. So what Asset Match does, you give us the type of activity that you want to do, the quantities of that activity that you want to do, and Asset Match will suggest the best machine to use. Whether you're looking at the most time-sensitive machine or cost-effective machine, it will give you those options, plus the rental period that you should rent it for. So you don't rent over or
are you
under.
back ending into an LLM?
100%, yeah.
And with prompts embedded in the software.
Yeah. So we trying to use the data that we're collecting to refine that specific LLM to fit what Assetshare is offering.
Okay. Okay, that's it. I had the very similar questions as the other judges. Thank you, Tebogo. You may leave.
Thank you.
Right. You didn't seem so impressed.
You get these asset management companies that you can go and hire. Why here? Why would I choose to bring my asset and place it here, my machinery and place it here? I guess I'm not seeing the value proposition strong enough from a machine operator's perspective. If I own the asset, why am I sure I want to sweat it, but why would I just not find opportunities on my own? Why would I bring it to your platform to match with the small business contractors? I'm not seeing that.
I've got a similar concern. My concern is less so that, you know, if I've got an asset, I'll put it everywhere to sell. If I've got a property that I want to sell, I give it to multiple brokers. So it's effectively the broker in that model. But what I'm concerned about is that most of the difference in, let's call it a property, if I'm buying a house or a commercial property, I'm buying it once in 10 years. Whereas people who have got these types of assets are constantly renting them out to different people. So once he's done the first transaction, then once that relationship is formed, There's no need for that 10%. I think.
Yes.
So I'm worried about that in the model.
So I can see the need for it, particularly, he's dealing with the construction industry, but I see it in the mining industry, where in the mining industry you target X% of your procurement spend to go to community vendors, none of whom can afford your big machinery. So what they end up doing is going to look for a friend, a partner who can hire that, and they charge exorbitant top-off fees. So something like this would benefit them because, one, they assist them to source it very quickly, and the fee that it's a set fee, it's a 10%. And if they have sufficient access to a variety of machines, it can be a quick turnaround because the tender can go out, they can access the machine, their pricing is standard, and they can participate without having to incur huge costs at the start of the contract. For the construction industry, bottom line is it's far cheaper to buy your own equipment. It's only the smaller entities that will be forced to rent it out. So I think he needs to clarify his target audience. For me, is he couldn't answer how many clients do you have?
No, I think
Machine owners are still dictating the price, though.
I think he was, because he said it, and
Because he
I
had
think
said about the
he
100.
thought maybe I can hide that in the numbers. But he did say one, and
he
then
said
when
only
I
had
challenged
one.
him, he said, okay, there was the one, that
Yeah.
500,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they can see the time it takes to actually build up a client base. It's not just going to be as easy. So I think he may need to change his strategy and his thinking and go to companies and partner with companies who have a direct procurement strategy targeted to communities and smaller vendors.
All right, I think we got enough. Let's get scoring.
Give it to me. Just release it. Just release it. Tebogo, Assetshare. That room was intense.
It was tense.
It was tense. The judges, in my view, took their time with you in asking you. I don't know what signals. What do you think that signals?
I think maybe it's a good sign because they wanted to know more about the business. But it could also be bad because that means I didn't say enough in my pitch. But honestly, I'm just hoping for the best. It was a good experience all around. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Tell us about the value of the input of your business mentor and guide.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I was nervous going into all of this. So she really helped me center out, stay calm, remember my breathing, and kind of take down my pitch and make it suitable to something I can say in front of people. I loved her advice. Even minus the pitch, even the business advice that she gave us was amazing, honestly.
As they say, you can only go up from here.
Yeah.
Well done, my brother. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Tebogo brought a lot of passion to the stage, but the judges didn't go easy on him. There were a couple of questions he seemed to struggle with, but we'll have to wait to see if that hurts his overall chances of making it into round 2. All right, let's pause for a second and talk about that viewer prize I mentioned earlier. How does a 5,000 Rand Avo Super Shop voucher from Nedbank sound? Pretty tempting, yes? If you want in, all you have to do is answer tonight's question. Then send your answer and name via WhatsApp to 071-802-6981 before midnight tonight. We'll pick a winner at random and reach out to them. Plus, we'll post their name on social media later this week. Drum roll, please, because here's tonight's question. How many branches of Akani Paints does Cate currently have? How many branches of Akani Paints does Cate currently have? And that's it for tonight's episode. Next week, we'll see the last 2 green group contestants battle it out for those precious round 2 slots. I don't want to give away too much, but let me just say there are going to be a lot of questions and not quite as many answers. Thanks for tuning in. From me, Subimboya Arnold, good night, everybody. Mwah!